Every summer when I was growing up, my grandpa would take all his sons and grandsons on a camping trip. We'd go out in the woods, go fishing, cook over a fire, learn how to tie knots. Some of my favorite memories from my youth came from those trips. It was on one such camping excursion that my grandfather pulled me aside and gave me my very first pocket knife. I was ecstatic, of course, as any young boy would be, but before I could use it, Grandpa made sure that I understood the rules of safety. Never cut towards yourself. Make sure there's no one nearby that you could accidentally hurt with the knife. And always pay attention to the knife. The first two rules were easy enough. Never cut towards yourself, well, that's simple. And my dad taught me the rule of the blood circle, where you make sure there's no one in arm's length before even opening the pocket knife. But the last rule, always pay attention to the knife. I thought I was usually pretty good at it, but on occasion, my attention would lapse. My uncle would be telling a joke, or dad would get involved in a story, and I wouldn't be paying attention to the knife. I thought I was. I really thought I was paying attention. But at one point, my grandfather rebuked me because I had a black knife. My grandfather, apparently when I wasn't looking, swapped the knives. I must have set it down on the table and I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I thought I was. Eventually, he gave my knife back to me and warned me not to let it happen again. And I was careful, so careful, to always pay attention to the knife. I thought I was. I thought I was always paying attention. But for whatever reason, I don't know, I could have sworn I never set the knife down. And yet, my grandfather switched the knives again. This time, he sat me down and said, "Richard, I want to teach you a lesson. I want you to remember this moment. Pay attention to the things that are important. Because even if it doesn't seem to hurt you right now, it might in the future, if you're not paying attention. Moments like this, just watch." I didn't really understand what he meant. Yeah, of course, I need to be more careful with the knives, but I don't think that's what he meant. When I was 17, after a terrible accident, my grandfather was left both physically and cognitively impaired. He was never the same again. Wasn't even really my grandpa. He was just there. I still loved him, and at times his true self came through, but most of the time he was very disoriented, very out of it. He was bedridden for 4 years before finally passing on. And that's when I was able to, I think, understand the lesson that my grandfather was trying to teach me all those years ago with a simple pocket knife. It was never about the knife. It was about paying attention when things are important. At Christmas time, we get to spend the holidays with family, friends, loved ones. But sometimes we tend to forget that there are family and friends and loved ones. I know I have, many times. And so today I just wanted to share that with you. that lesson that my grandfather imparted to me. When something's important, pay attention and cherish the moments, because those moments last forever. Merry Christmas.